Hello, I am Flash Isaac, and you are welcome to the Flashlearners Business Studies series for Junior Waec BECE with Flash Isaac. Remember, in this series, we are solving business studies past and likely questions so that in your examination, you will find all questions familiar and you'll be able to solve them without fear or favor. In this series, we are making use of the Flashlearners BECE application, which contains questions, past and likely questions for your examinations, competition to win money. It also contains the feature to watch my videos directly. You see, it is an amazing application. So let us begin the episode 2. And if you've not seen the episode 1, I will share a link to the movie below, and as well links to other important videos and the Flashlearners application. This question says, which of the following is not a sales document? Remember, business is about buying and selling. You buy or you sell. If you buy, you are referred to as buyer. When you sell, you are referred to as seller. Now, the aim of business is to make profit. If selling is to sell or to give out goods or to render services, to sell your service, sales document is simply any written or printed paper you give before, during, or after selling. So any document, paper, printed, something associated with selling, they are sales document. So looking at option A, B, C, D, and E, which of them a customer or a seller will not give you before, during, or after selling to you? Option A says invoice. Invoice are requests for payment. For example, I build websites, I buy names, okay? Now, I have list of domain names, list of sites, and list of servers that I have in London and USA. If I am to pay, let's say 25th of every month, around 20th, the company will generate an invoice. What does it contain? It will contain your name, and it will contain like the services they are rendering to you and the amount you are to pay. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean debt. It is not debt because the one I paid before is expiring, right? So I have to renew. So that is invoice, request for payment. It is a sales document. Option B says, what did option C say? Order form. Order form is a printout which customer write detail of product they wish to order. If you want to order a product or service, they will give you a printout. Then you put the details of the product or service you wish to offer. That is a sales document. Now, option C says receipt. After making a purchase, let's say you buy a laptop or you buy a phone, they will write something for you. So amount was paid for so item, and they will put the price for you. They will say take. So anytime someone holds you, did you steal this thing? I did not steal it, I bought it. They will ask you, where is your receipt? You simply bring out the receipt to show that you paid for something, you did not steal it, and you paid in full. So that is receipt. It is a sales document. And quotation is simply a document or something written or printed for you to show how much the goods you want to order cost. When you look at it, okay, this costs so amount, this is this. You check out the goods and the cost. If you are convinced, you can then go ahead to pay. They are sales document. Option E says year planner. Year planner, even from the name, you can see that it doesn't have to do with sales. It has to do with the business. They plan their year, they plan their sales, they plan their business. So it is not what they give you during, before, or after sales. So year planner is not a sales document. Sales document includes invoice, order form, receipt, and quotation. So option E is not. Option E is the correct option. And the next one is, Which of the following is not a component of business studies? The components of business studies are bookkeeping, commerce, economics, and office practices. Keyboarding is not. So remember, commerce is the art of buying and selling of goods and rendering services. Commerce is divided into trade and aids to trade. So trade, we are talking about commerce now. Trade is the actual buying and selling of goods, and trade can be regarded as home trade and foreign trade. Home trade is also called domestic trade, while foreign trade is called international trade. In home trade, you have wholesaler, retailers, basically. So wholesalers and retailers, then consumer who consume the product. While in foreign trade, we have import, export, and entry port. Import means you are bringing goods from other countries to your country. Exporting means you are taking goods from your country to other country. Entry port, that should be entry port. It means you've imported goods, then you export the goods. Exporting already imported goods, which means country A, country B, country C. The goods comes from A to B, it immediately goes back to C. That is entry port. And aids to trade they are actually not buying and selling, but they aid buying and selling. Example, transportation. So you get goods, you need to transport goods to where they are needed. It helps in trading. Banking, they provide money for business. Insurance, aids to trade. Communication, tourism, and what have you. So these are aids to trade. So we've answered this question. C is not a component of business studies. Bookkeeping, commerce, economics, and office practice are components. And the next one says, which of the following is a modern means of communication? Modern means to communicate, to interact with people these days. What do you use? Do we still use town criers? No. Do we still use palm front? No. Do we still use talking drums? No. Do we still use drums, gongs? No. We use Facebook these days to communicate. Internet, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, generally as means of communication. So A is correct. And the next one says, the following are characteristics of an email except dash. Email stands for electronic mail. If you already don't have an email address, one day you will have. It is very simple to create. In fact, if you can browse, you can simply open your favorite browser like Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Opera Mini, depending on the one you are used to. You simply search create Gmail account. We have Gmail, we have Yahoo Mail, Hotmail, and other mails. But Gmail is the most common and is easiest to create. So email is electronic mail. Once you create an email, you'll be given an address and they will say your email is this. So if you are creating a Gmail, which is Google Mail, your email will end with, let's say, your name, what you want, at gmail.com. If you are creating a Yahoo Mail, it will be at Yahoo or at Waec.com. But there's what we call business email or professional email. It is being attached to your website. For example, my business or professional email is Isaac at Flashlearners.com. So if you send an email with your own email address to this address, I will receive your email. So it says, which of the following are characteristics of an email? Okay, the following are characteristics of an email except dash. So let's see characteristics of email, or the one that is not a characteristic of an email. A says both sender and receiver must be computer literate. Yes, computer literate in the sense that you need a phone or laptop to send and receive mails. So if you can't operate computer, you can't turn on computer, you can't send mails, and you can't receive mails. A is a characteristic of email. Option B says information could be sent to many people. Yes, from your own email, you can send messages or info to so many people, thousands of people, bulk emails. Yes, it is true. Option C says it does not matter if both parties have an email address. This is contrast to option A. Option A says both sender and receiver must be computer literate. Option B says information could be sent to many people. So now, option C says it does not matter if both parties have an email address. Both parties must have email address. If you are told you don't have email, you can't even operate computer, somebody cannot send you a mail. Okay? So you need to have email to receive email. You need to have an email address to send email. Option C is not a characteristic of email. It is the correct option. Option D says it is fast and convenient. It is very easy to send email. Open your system, you are already logged in. Click on create, enter the person you are sending email to, type your message or send your pictures, send your videos. Done. Option E, it records the time sent and time received. When you send an email, you see the time the email was sent. When you receive an email, let's say somebody sent me an email now. I am not on my computer. When I'm done with teaching, editing, posting, I say, okay, let me check my mail. By the time I check my mail, I will see all the mails I've received and the time they were sent. So it's correct. Option C is the wrong one. So it is our correct option. This one says a document which gives a comprehensive summary of transaction involving sales of goods is called dash. It is called invoice. I told you earlier. They give you summary and everything about sales of goods and how much you have to pay. When you receive the invoice, you can now go ahead to make the payment. And after making the payment, you'll be given a receipt to show that you have actually paid. And this is the major objective of running a business is to dash. It is to maximize profit, to get the best profit you can get while offering the best service. And this is the following are functions of an office except dash. I answered this earlier. It is a repeated question. Except hoarding. Hoarding means you are not letting information go out. You are keeping everything for your own use. That is not the function of an office. The function of an office is giving information, processing information, receiving information, and storing of information. And this says when cash is paid, the receiver issues and dash as evidence of payment. It is simply a receipt is an evidence of payment. So with this, we come to the end of this episode. I hope you found this helpful. I am Flash Isaac. Don't forget to check out the next episode. Don't forget to check out all my videos for other subjects. And feel free to tell your friends about this. Thank you. Enjoy.